Welcome to the Mindset, Magic, and Manifestation podcast hosted by me, Michaela J. Get ready to dive into an action-packed, bougie-based, and spiritually guided experience on all things manifesting your next level Lux life. Let's go. Hello, lovely, and welcome back to the Mindset, Magic, and Manifestation podcast with your girl. It is I, the Michaela J, here to teach you how to manifest your next level Lux life. Happy freaking Wednesday. When you're listening to this, well, almost, depending on what time of day, I'm getting on a plane and I'm flying to Europe for my Europe retreat. Oh my gosh, it's going to be the best time. My bestie Caleb is coming along to be my assistant as he does on a lot of my trips. I'm so grateful to have his help. And we are flying business class over to Greece. It's going to be so fabulous. We have got our magnesium in tow, of course, to help us adjust sleep and get on top of the time changes. We've got a whole game plan of how we're going to use our time in the lounges. We've got a game plan on our champagne intake. We've got compression socks. Like truly, we've thought of it all. It's going to be the best time. And then I get to lead my amazing clients. We have a sold out retreat in Greece, and then we're hopping over to Italy. We've got a birthday while we're in Italy. Like, it's just going to be so fabulous. So if you want all of the Euro summer vibes, make sure you're following me on Instagram. I'm at the Michaela J. It's also linked in the show notes for you. Come hang out, see my stories, see all of the amazing Europe content. It's going to be so fabulous. I'm actually just about to enter a really crazy travel stint because I've got the Europe retreat. I come home, and then at the end of the month, I'm going to Canada for a client VIP day and a half in Vancouver, which I'm so excited. Vancouver is one of my favorite cities in the world. I can't wait to be back. My client is Canadian, but she's never been. So we're just going to have so much fun doing our VIP day and a half. And then after that trip, I am going to Hawaii. And after that trip, I'm actually headed back to Europe. My mom and I are going to Paris. Last year for Christmas, I gifted my mom a trip to Paris as her Christmas and birthday present. So it'll be her first time. And I can't wait for our little girls trip of shopping and wine and the Eiffel Tower picnics and coffee and just walking and having the best time. So I'm about to enter a crazy travel stint. The content is going to be fire. I'm truly so excited. But anyways, that's enough yapping about me. Let's get into this episode, because the whole reason why all of this is possible is because I have overcome this specific fear around being seen that is costing you thousands of dollars right now. The reason why I can host crazy retreats, the reason why they always sell out, the reason why I can take my mom on these vacations, I can do the most above and beyond things for my clients during VIP weekends, I can jet set around the world, is because I overcame the high achiever fear of being seen. Now, this is actually different than normal people talking about a fear of being seen. When people are like, are you scared of being seen? You're scared of people seeing the real you, coming out of the spiritual closet. You're feeling insecure. You have a fear about being seen because you don't like your body, or you're not good at public speaking. I'm not talking about that, okay? That's like grade 1. We're on grade 7. We're in middle school. We're in high school, okay? So for high achievers, they have a very different fear around being seen. And it's a term that I coined as being called perceived failure. Perceived failure is the high achiever fear of being seen failing from other people. So what this looks like is, in the head, you're a high achiever, okay? So most of your life, you were probably in the gifted and talented classes. You were in honors. In high school, you were taking college classes. Like, you were probably the president of the clubs that you were in. If you were doing competitions, you were always winning. I remember in high school, I was in DECA, which is a marketing club. And every single year I placed in the international competition. Like, high achiever. And on top of that, I was cheer captain. I was also in French club. I was in a fashion club, like all of the things. And I was working. And I played tennis. I mean, the list goes on, right? That's, the true definition of a high achiever. Like, we cannot stop. We're relentless about being the best in all areas, right? So even in college, if you were in a sorority, you were probably on the leadership board.
At your job, right? You are one of the leaders. Maybe you're a manager, you're in charge of people, you've got teams, you've got at least one other person underneath your wing, right? For example, my bestie Caleb, he's a nurse and he does precepting. And so he brings in students and he mentors them in the hospital as part of his job. High achievers are always going above and beyond. And the reason why is because it is so easy for you. It's so easy for you. And there are challenging moments and you've gone through phases where you've been really stressed. You've been really overwhelmed. You feel like this is a lot. Why am I doing all of this? Right? We've all gone through that. But it's easy for you. You just do all the things because you want to do all the things and you do good at them because that's just how you are. And the moment we have to, as high achievers, look like we are quote unquote trying. I don't like the T word, but just fits. So just ride with me here, okay? The moment it looks like you're trying, the moment it looks like you're actually having to work for it, that's when you shut down. That is where the fear of being seen is coming through for you. It's not an insecurity. It's not public speaking. It's not sharing what's on your mind, right? Honestly, especially for my manifestation girlies here, it's like, anybody who will listen to you talk about manifestation, you're talking their ear off, okay? You're not worried about that. Even if you think you are, you're not worried about that, right? It's really, you're so used to things being easy. You're so used to making it look effortless that putting in effort actually feels kind of cringy. And I went through a really big phase of this for myself. My whole life, I was just always crushing it. I remember in college, people were like, how are you double majoring and you're studying abroad and you have a minor and you have a job and you're growing a business and you're traveling every month and you're in, how are you doing all of this? And for me, I was like, well, I just do it. I manage my calendar, I'm a Google Calendar girl, but I just get it all done. Everything was always so easy. And so when I entered a phase of business where, okay, it's time to really explode this, I'm not just 1 foot in, 1 foot out, like Monday's episode. I'm no longer winging it. It's time to go all in. I had to enter this field of, okay, now I have to work for it. Now I have to go do something new. Now I have to stretch myself and achieve goals I've never achieved before. Now I've got to put myself out there in a way I've never done before. Now I got to turn it up a notch. Now I have to be even more myself than I've ever been before. Let's go. And I wasn't afraid of any of that. I was afraid of people looking at me and thinking oh my God, look at her. She's trying. This is why a lot of people don't want to post content online because they're afraid that someone from middle school eating fucking Cheetos in their basement is going to be like, wow, look at her. She's trying to be an influencer, right? While they're working the same minimum wage job they have their entire life. Those people literally do not matter. They literally do not matter. Don't get me worked up.
USAA knows dynamic duos can save the day, like superheroes and sidekicks, or auto and home insurance. With USAA, you can bundle your auto and home and save up to 10%. Visit USAA.com/bundle. Bundle savings are off total premium, not available in all states or in all situations. To qualify, auto policy must be active prior to property policy issue, subject to change. Restrictions apply. Membership eligibility and product restrictions apply and are subject to change. USAA means United Services Automobile Association and its affiliates, San Antonio, Texas.
With a major selection of the looks your kiddos love, starting at just $4 in the Walmart app, a new school year means a stylish new them. Who knew? Find skater skirts and Crocs that say, I'm casual but cool. Sparkly sneakers that say, it's my classroom, you're just learning in it. And preppy polos that say, I'm the teacher's pet, even if they're mommy's menace at home. Find their favorite styles starting at just $4 in the app. The Walmart you thought you knew is now new.
The McDonald's snack wrap is back. You brought it back. Ranch snack wrap. Spicy snack wrap. You broke the internet for a snack. Snack wrap is back. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Perceived failure. And let's say you're in the middle of a launch and you're promoting it and you're promoting it and you're going all in and you're full sending it and you're in the launch and you get in your head. What happens is you start thinking, oh my gosh, I've been talking about this launch so much. Are people wondering if it's not working? Are people wondering dang, she's still promoting it? It hasn't sold out yet? Are people wondering why is she still talking about this program? Didn't it start 3 days ago? Like, so she must not have signed the clients. Or wow, she's still saying that there are one-on-one coaching spots available. So nobody wants her coaching. You get in your head about what you think other people are thinking. And the only person actually thinking those things is you. You are the one in your head fearing being perceived as a failure. You are the one in your head feeling insecure about your current results. For example, if you're launching a program and you get 10 people in, but you want 15, and you started the program, you had the kickoff call, it's amazing, it's a brilliant group of women, you're so excited, but you're still feeling insecure because you just started the program and it hasn't sold out yet. So you keep talking about the program. And now you're like, oh my gosh, it already started. People are going to know, like I didn't sell it out in time and blah, 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 blah. Like it's your insecurity about not selling out the program that is getting in your head. And then you slowly start to hide. You slowly start to drop the ball. You slowly stop talking about it. You don't like end the launch. You just kind of never talk about it again. And people are like, oh, okay, I guess that's done. But nobody is thinking, oh my gosh, she really like has to try so hard to get those results. Look at her go, like in this demeaning way. No one's doing that. But high achievers, like you and I, we don't want this perceived failure. For me, when I had to do that and take my business to the next level, this is many years ago, I remember struggling with this and even thinking like, well, I'm so good at manifesting. I know how to manifest. I know exactly what to do and the energy to be in. And so, well, if I'm this manifestation expert, then wouldn't it have sold out already? And so now are people going to doubt that I know what I'm talking about? Like so in your head. And you're the only one thinking it, but you think everybody else is thinking it. And that's what you're afraid of people seeing. And so you dim down the actions, you dim down the energy. And you know what you end up doing? You start acting like it doesn't matter. You begin to give off this like Kardashian vibe of like nothing matters. I have no emotions. Who cares? Like I've got this thing, jump in if you want, like too cool for school vibes. Because showing that you care and showing that you're putting in effort, that you're working towards something, you're passionate about something, that's vulnerable. And what most people don't understand about taking your business to the next level, your goals to the next level, is you've got to get vulnerable. You've got to let yourself get excited. You've got to show that you care. You can't be afraid to put the work in and let people witness that. The mindset shift I need you to lock in place here is going from this worry of perceived failure, this fear of being seen, quote unquote, trying, having to work for it, feeling cringe, having to put in effort. We shift it from that, worrying about that, to, oh my gosh, I get to full send this shit. People are going to watch me go for it. People are going to watch me leap, and I'm going to land, and I'm going to be able to tell the craziest story. And there's going to be people in my audience, in my life, that say, oh my gosh, I remember that. I remember that. I have people that DM me and comment on things and they say, oh my gosh, I remember that because I leaped. I remember specifically when I went to Paris, I think it was in 2022, I went to film my business documentary. And I just so happened to be there the week of Paris Fashion Week. And I remember posting like, I am going to manifest my way into Paris Fashion Week. And I was like, I'm going to do whatever it takes and I'm going to work for it. And I talked about that, right? That's vulnerable because what if it doesn't happen? Perceived failure. It ended up happening. I got 2 invites to 2 different shows. I could only go to one because one of the days I was actually in another city in France visiting my French family. But I got to go to one of the shows and it was crazy. And I got to go shopping for a perfect dress. And when I got out of the Uber at the show, somebody took my photos on the streets of Paris. And it was just like so magical. And I made an Instagram reel about it recently. And somebody commented on it and said, I remember that. I remember that. I remember when you were in Paris and you're filming and you're shopping and you're posting vegan croissants at the Eiffel Tower. And then you got to go to Fashion Week and it was just so great. I remember that. I want you to put more emphasis on, I'm going to be the version of me who goes for it. I don't care what people think. I don't care what people see. I'm going to believe in myself. I'm going to go for it. I'm going to have the craziest story to tell, and people are going to be there alongside me to tell the story of when they witnessed me accomplish a huge goal. Because being in the fear side, perceived failure, fear of being seen, it's literally costing you thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars every day you show up and you act like you don't care. People don't want to join programs of people who act too cool for school, like too cool girl. No, they've got bullying wounds around that, okay? They don't want to be afraid of some hierarchy in your program, okay? They want to know that you're like a real person. People don't give raises to people who act like they don't care at their job, right? Be the version of you who views themselves as a winner. Like, I win in every situation. It always works out for me. View yourself as the sales savage. I always make this sale. I'm hungry for it. View yourself as an icon. Like, I'm so different. I'm willing to put myself out there. I'll go first. I'll be vulnerable. I'm going to take the leap because I know I'm going to land. When you view yourself in that way, you will dominate. Mark my words, you will dominate anything you do, because most people do not have the balls to take up that much space. Dramatic pause. Most people don't have the courage to go that big. You will dominate if you let yourself work for it and don't make it mean anything. Yeah, in high school, it was easy for you to wing a 5-paragraph essay and pull something out of your ass and make it work. Yeah, in college, you went on a bender for 4 days partying with your friends, and then you gave an eloquent presentation in another language on the next Tuesday. Like, yeah, you've done things and it's been easy, and somehow you've always pulled it together and you just made it look so effortless. But that doesn't take away from your experience now. Because at some point, there was a version of you who had to work to be that person. You just don't remember them because you're probably too young. Now you are working for you in 5 years who's going to make all of her goals look so easy. People are going to be like, how are you doing millions of dollars? Well, I've worked for it. I compounded momentum over and over and over again. When I felt cringy, I kept going. When I felt like a failure, I kept going. When I felt like people were making fun of me, I kept going. I kept being vulnerable. I kept pushing. I'm telling the craziest story now because I went for it all those years ago. You want to be the top of your company, you've got to go for it. You don't get to just sit in a corner and be like, oh, it's just so easy for me to get my job done. Can I have a raise? No, those people don't get noticed. The people that get noticed are the ones who are showing up with 110% energy, focus, hunger, iconic energy every single day, being a savage. The people that aren't afraid to go for it. The people who aren't afraid to do crazy shit. And maybe they are afraid, but they go and they do it anyways. Because they know, if I don't do this, it's costing me thousands of dollars. It's also costing me my life. When you choose to view yourself as I always win, working for it is honorable. I get to show up with all this energy and all this drive and this passion, and I'm going to do whatever it takes to get there. When you've got this relentless energy locked in, you will dominate. You're going to be so much more, you're going to be so different than other people. Because in business, people will launch and they'll have this excitement and people will be joining, and then enrollments slow down, and then your energy slows down. Then you act like you don't care. And now you're in your head negotiating your launch number goals. You're like, you know what? Actually, 10 is fine. 10 is good. I wanted 15, but you know what? No, I feel really good. You start to lie to yourself. You're like, the group feels complete at 10. Like, you just tell yourself any story to feel better about it. Imagine how much further you could go, the results you could have, the people that could be in your world, the advances you can make in your career, in your business, in any of your goals if you didn't negotiate, you didn't settle, and you didn't talk yourself out of things. If you said, we've got 10 people in, we started the program, that kickoff call was a masterpiece, let's keep going. 15, I know there's going to be 15. I'm a winner. I'm a savage. I'm iconic. This program, this goal, this insert here, it's the greatest thing since sliced bread. Let's go. I know someone's on the fence. Let's get them off the fence. This is all a mental game. It's all mental. This is why inside of my business coaching program, Full Send Sales, my 6-month group coaching program, we have 8+ trainings on mindset and energy alone as soon as you join the program. Because if you're in your head about these things, in your head about people seeing you, quote unquote, try, work for it, in your head about results, talking yourself out of things, if you're in your head about the opinions of others, perceived failures, and then you show up all diluted, like you don't give a fuck, and then you're like, you know what? I'm going to put all my faith in this one strategy. I'm going to copy this email template and it's going to work. It's all going to fall flat because your heart's not in it. Your head's not in it. Your energy's not in it. This is why we need things like our Savage sales systems, but we also need your mindset and your energy to be in the right place. This fear of being seen, this fear of a perceived failure cannot go with you to the next level. And the longer you hold on to it, the longer you're going to be costing yourself thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. But if you are brave enough and courageous enough to overcome that, you will dominate. You would literally dominate because you will actually have the balls to go take up space and do what needs to be done when everybody else is acting like it doesn't matter and then secretly crying in the shower about it. Okay?
Finding a new job is stressful. But with Indeed, it doesn't have to be. Just fill out your Indeed profile with your skills, experience, and desired salary. The more you fill out, the better your matches will be. And hearing from hiring managers will be 2 times more likely. Relax. That's your Indeed profile sending opportunities your way. Indeed, the world can work better.
This episode is brought to you by San Pellegrino Ciao, a new kind of flavored sparkling water. The kind made with real fruit juice, a pinch of Sicilian salt, and the sparkle of the Italian sun. With no added sugar and just 10 or less calories per can, enjoy. With love, from Italy. By San Pellegrino Ciao now.
I'm always looking for ways to show my cat how much I love her. And with Fancy Feast gems, I can pamper her whenever I want with a savory gravy on top of a gourmet mousse pâté. The pyramid shape makes serving simple, so all I have to do is peel and plate to make mealtime feel extra fancy. And with 2 entrees in every pack, it's easy to turn every day into the extraordinary. Fancy Feast gems.
If this is something that you know you need to tap into, and you're ready to overcome this fear of a perceived failure, you're ready to overcome your pattern of fearing being seen, where you go all in and then you tuck yourself away. And then you're like, I'm going to do this strategy and it's going to work. And then I don't have to show my face and it's going to be all good. And then it ends up falling flat. You're ready to step out of that. Then I invite you to apply to Full Send Sales. My 6-month, it's a course and group coaching. We have calls twice a month to keep your head in the game, right? We've got both the strategy in our Savage sales systems and the offers you need in your world, the marketing, the launches, the podcasting, all that fun stuff. But we also have the mindset and the energy, because if you're putting all of your faith in the strategy, that's actually a fear response. It's a defense mechanism. So you don't have to put your heart out on the line, but your energy matters. Your mindset matters. That example I gave is the perfect one. Oh, you know what? 10 is fine. Or you talk yourself out of it. That's a mindset situation. That's what we work on inside of Full Send Sales. The mindset and the energy that makes your sales go crazy. You've got to full send it in your mind, to full send it in your sales, to have full send results. The link for you to apply is going to be in the show notes. If you have any questions about the program, if you want to know if it's a good fit for you, you want to talk about if you should do regular or VIP, feel free to shoot me a message over on Instagram, okay? I want you to go take up space. Go put in the effort. Go quote unquote, try for it. Like, feel cringe. Go for it. Go big. Quit hiding yourself out of fear of what some loser in the basement thinks. Screw those people. Go dominate. Get out of your head. This is why I love investing in myself, because it instantly gets me out of my head. I'm like, okay, I paid for this thing. Now I'm having these standards. I paid for this thing so I could be this person and embody this result. My standards must increase. I can't be in my head anymore. I can't think that way. I can't worry about being perceived. I don't have the space, the energetic capacity to give two shits what people think. It's a waste of your time. What do you think? What do you care about? How do you view yourself? What are your standards? That's what you need to focus on. Investing helps me do that, because once I pay for something, I'm like, okay, now it's time to show up in a different way, right? So I love making those offers for you to do the same thing. One of my clients who joined Full Send Sales, she said as soon as the payment went through, she viewed herself in a completely different energy. You then show up differently and you get different results, okay? Go show up differently, take different actions, get different results. And I'll see you on Monday.
Thanks for tuning in, and don't forget to leave a 5-star rate and review. I love hearing your takeaways and wins from the podcast in the review section, so don't forget. Love you so much. Talk to you soon. Bye.